Hi everyone, Jessica Paquette, joined here with J.R. McCaulley at Once Upon a Farm. This is a great local spot that has quite a few familiar faces from parks, some turning for home horses, even a Pennsylvania-bred stakes winner. Now J.R., you do a lot of work with thoroughbreds. Tell me what you like most about thoroughbreds as sport horses.
Balance. And their brains, they just, you teach them something and they get it and then they just take it.
And you get quite a few horses through Turning for Home, our aftercare organization at parks. What are the things you look for in a prospect?
I've always done the hunters and the jumpers, so I look for something that might down the road want to do that. But Danielle hit me over the head one day, said, every horse has a home. Bruce, vicious at parks. Came here, took 2 months of having a sign in front of us all saying, don't feed me. He's now doing IEA with little kids. So there's not one that I really look for or don't look for. They've all got something.
Now let's talk about one in particular, and that's Wait For It, who was quite a racehorse on the track. He had a lot of fans, won a lot of races, excelling in his career as a show hunter. Tell me what it's been like bringing along a horse that was so accomplished and athletic on the racetrack into a second job.
He's hard because he knows his job from the track, and I mean knows it. Half of that job is not going to help him in the hunters even a little bit, and that's what we're trying to get out of him, is to actually take a deep breath and slow down. Petey likes to drop the shoulder and go, and that just gets him in trouble.
And what are some of the things that are going to make him into a really good show hunter once he puts all the pieces together? When
he figures out the mechanics, his balance is fabulous. He's got tons of scope. I mean, the first time he saw this little tiny half a X, he jumped bigger than the standards. So he's got the tools, he's just got to learn how to let it come to him instead of being Petey.
We like a big personality. Now, and you've had a lot of history yourself with thoroughbreds. You galloped on the racetrack, you've done a lot of different things. And in this chapter of your life, what do you find the most rewarding working with these kind of horses?
Teaching them to slow down. It really is. It's a waiting game. They figure out that they don't have to go gallop every day, and it can be fun and easy. And then when the switch goes off, then it's playtime, right? But you can't dictate that. That's their timeline, not mine.
Now, speaking of timelines, let's talk about the other park's familiar face we're going to visit today, Alan's Legacy, who is a little bit of a big personality as well, and he's more of a jumper type. So explain the difference between being a jumper and a hunter.
They're very, very similar. It's just a matter of he loves to go get the jump, right? And he's very athletic from behind. It's really a balance point for him. He gets aggressive to the jumps, which is what you want. Petey's starting to learn how to wait and let them come to him instead. Alan just thinks it's the neatest thing in the world, doesn't want anything to do with the work. He wants to go jump the jumps. That's all he wants to do.
Now, what would you tell someone who is getting their first thoroughbred? What's the one piece of advice you would give them?
It's not your time, mine, it's theirs.
That's good. That's true. That is very true. Joined here with Nikki Sherman, the very proud owner of both Alan's Legacy and Wait For It. Now, Alan's Legacy, first winner for Uptown Charlie Brown, and Wait For It is a major stakes winner, also a son of Uptown Charlie Brown. And what is it like to have two very special horses under your care?
You know, I did not come into this wanting to own them, but they found their ways to me. They weren't going anywhere else. I fell in love with both of them when they were two.
And you had a relationship with them on the racetrack as well?
I did, yeah. So I was hot walking for Ed Coletti, who trained and still trains a lot of the Uptown Charlie Brown horses. So he has a lot of familiarity with them. And now JR has them, so he's learned their personalities, and they're similar and different in different ways. And I mean, they're both just so lovable, and yet they have so much personality.
So tell me about Wait For It, Petey, who's been transitioning into a second career as a show hunter, and he was so athletic and so good on the racetrack, and that can be a blessing and a curse when you're transitioning them into another job, because he knew his job and was very good at it. What has that been like, getting to watch him develop since you've had him?
It's incredible. I mean, I kind of look at him like he was like a high school quarterback, and he knew he was special. At least once he figured it out. When he was a baby, he needed a little bit to get going, but once he figured it out, it was like, okay, I know my job and I'm going out there. And now he has to learn that maybe he doesn't know everything again. And now that he has that swagger, he's trying to figure it out and kind of get to not even a middle ground, a ground that he will be happy with and excel, because he does have that really big potential to get those jumps, and he enjoys it.
And he's come back in such good order this year, but let's rewind a little bit. The plan had been for him to go to the Thoroughbred Makeover and showcase as a show hunter there, but he had a minor injury leading up to that, so you did the right thing as a horse person and just gave him some time off and back to the sidelines. And coming back from that, has this year been more rewarding because you missed some time?
Yes. It really, I love the Retired Racehorse Project and what they do. I've been to the Thoroughbred Makeovers many times, which is why it was a goal to go there. But going through it with my own horse now has been really eye-opening, and going along at his own pace. Some horses can probably come around and do that. He, honestly, I think that the minor injury, which was a little suspensory, which he probably did out in the field just playing, which horses can do. It ended up being a blessing in disguise, gave him time off during the winter, and then he's coming back and his brain's able to wrap around things a little bit more. So he ended up going to a big show a few weeks ago, which has kind of turned into our goals now, which is just really fun. So we're still going to thoroughbred events and everything.
And Alan went to the show as well. Alan's doing the jumpers, Petey does the hunters, and Alan also had a really positive experience. And he's been a little bit maybe slower to figure things out than Petey, even though he's been off the track longer.
He has been off the track longer. He was a really quick, flash on the racetrack. He broke his maiden by like 19 lengths, I think, and went to the lead and pretty much kept on going. So teaching him that he should slow down enough to get to the jumps and listen. He's getting there. He did get very anxious on the track, and that kind of came over into retirement. So he's getting his confidence back, which is interesting because of Petey having the confidence, Alan gaining the confidence, and they're all kind of coming together.
And everyone kind of goes at their own pace. And what are you hoping maybe the next year brings for the two of them?
Just that they're happy. They keep learning. Looking at the move has been really interesting over the past, we're approaching 2 years that we've been here now, and seeing how they both came here pretty uptight. They hadn't really been worked in a way that they understood. So now they're starting to get it and really just get really flowy and everything. So I'm excited to compare the videos that I'm taking between now and a year from now, and see if we show. If not, we're cool.
Yeah, just enjoy your relationship with your horses and this beautiful farm.